The laughter echoed through the school hallway like a cruel chorus. Lockers slammed, sneakers squeaked, and a small crowd gathered. The kind of scene that made everyone stop and stare but no one step in. In the middle of it all stood Mia, small, quiet, and with her head down, she clutched her books tightly against her chest, as if they were her only protection. "Watch where you're going, freak," sneered Brooke, the school's most popular girl, and also, unfortunately, the meanest. She shoved Mia's shoulder, and the book scattered across the floor. Laughter erupted. A pencil rolled away, and Mia bent down to pick it up, her cheeks burning red. Brooke's friends, Amber and Tessa, stood behind her, grinning like hyenas. "She can't even talk properly without shaking," Tessa mocked. "Maybe she's allergic to people." Mia didn't respond. She had learned that silence was safer. Words could be twisted, mocked, or thrown back at her. But as Brooke pushed her again, harder this time, something deep inside Mia trembled, not with fear but with restraint, because Mia had a secret none of them knew. Every afternoon after school, while most kids scrolled through social media or hung out at the mall, Mia was at her dojo, training in karate. She wasn't just good, she was the state champion. Her sensei always told her, "True strength isn't about fighting, it's about knowing when to." And so she kept her power hidden. But that day the bullies went too far. When Brooke shoved her once more, Mia stumbled and fell against the lockers, her elbow scraping the metal. Something inside her snapped, not in anger, but in realization. She was done being small. "Leave me alone," she said quietly, standing up and meeting Brooke's eyes for the first time. Brooke laughed. "Or what? You'll cry on us again?" "No," Mia said softly. "I won't." Brooke tried to shove her again, but before anyone could blink, Mia sidestepped, grabbed Brooke's wrist, and with a swift motion redirected her. Balance. Brooke found herself on the floor, not hurt but shocked. The hallway went dead silent. What was that?" Amber stammered. Mia picked up her backpack calmly. "It's called self-defense," she said. "Something you might want to learn." For the first time, Brooke didn't have a comeback. The crowd, who had always been too scared to speak up, suddenly erupted in whispers. Someone even clapped quietly. Mia walked away, her head held high, but her heart was racing. She didn't enjoy what happened. She didn't want revenge. But she knew one thing. She would never let anyone make her feel powerless again. That night, word spread across the school. The shy girl who barely spoke had flipped Brooke, the school's queen bee, onto the ground with ease. Everyone wanted to know who she really was. The next day, whispers followed her, but they weren't mocking anymore. They were curious, even respectful. In gym class, Coach Ramirez approached her. "I heard you've been training in karate," he said with a smile. "I'm starting a self-defense club for the girls. Would you be interested in helping teach?" Mia hesitated. Teaching? That meant speaking in front of people, the very thing that terrified her most. But she remembered how powerless she'd felt all those months, and how many others still did. She nodded slowly. "I'll do it." The first session was awkward. She stood in front of 10 nervous girls, most of whom looked at her like she was some kind of superhero. Her hands trembled as she began to speak. Hi, I'm Mia," she said. "I used to be really scared of everything, but karate taught me that you don't have to be loud to be strong. You just have to believe in yourself." As the weeks passed, the class grew. More girls joined, even some who had once laughed at her. Mia found herself opening up, laughing, and leading with confidence she never knew she had. Her fear didn't disappear overnight, but she learned to live above it. One day, after class, Brooke showed. Up at the gym door, she looked nervous, her usual confidence gone. "Mia," she said quietly, "can we talk?" Mia nodded. "I wanted to say, I'm sorry for everything. I didn't know you were going through stuff. I was just..." Brooke sighed, trying to fit in. "But I hurt people to do it." Mia looked at her, really looked at her, and saw not a bully, but another girl trying to find herself. She smiled gently. "We all make mistakes. What matters is what we do next." Brooke hesitated, then asked, "Do you think you could teach me, self-defense?" Mia grinned. "Yeah, everyone starts somewhere." Months later, the once broken hallway scene was replaced by something new: laughter, teamwork, and confidence. The self-defense club became a safe space, a place where no one was mocked, where every girl learned that strength wasn't about hurting others, but about protecting yourself and those around you. And Mia? She became more than a shy girl. She became a leader, a role model, and a symbol of quiet courage. She learned that being strong didn't mean being fearless. It meant standing tall even when your voice shakes. By the time graduation rolled around, she wasn't the girl hiding behind her hair anymore. She was the girl everyone looked up to, the one who had turned pain into power and fear into freedom. As she stepped onto the stage to give her valedictorian speech, Mia smiled at the crowd and began, "There was a time I thought silence was safety, but I've learned that sometimes speaking up or standing up changes everything." And as applause filled the room, Mia's eyes caught Brooks in the audience, cheering, smiling, and clapping the loudest. Because true strength isn't about fighting back, it's about rising above. And Mia had done exactly that. Moral of the story: never underestimate someone because they're quiet. Sometimes the quietest hearts hold the loudest strength.